In Star Wars, characters switching sides is something that has evolved into a quite common occurrence.
I had no choice. They arrived right before you did.
And sometimes it works.
Listen to me. I am Fulcrum.
But sometimes it doesn't.
I'm the spy.
What? You?
Like with General Hux, there are instances where it falls short of expectations or just feels wrong. In this video, as I compare his sudden shift of beliefs with Agent Kallus from Star Wars Rebels, I will tell you why General Hux should not have turned on the First Order.
All remaining systems will bow to the First Order, and will remember this as the last day of the Republic!
In The Force Awakens, General Hux initially appeared as your quintessential villain, serving as the public face of the rising First Order. Many fans even likened him to quote-unquote Space Hitler after his impassionate and intimidating speech. He radiated ruthlessness, displaying a willingness to eliminate anyone obstructing his path to power and change. Contrasting his character with Agent Kallus from Season 1 of Rebels, it's evident that Hux emerges as a more formidable and chilling antagonist overall. Kallus, acting as a subordinate to Tarkin and the Inquisitor, came across as a mere yes-man, while Hux stood toe-to-toe with Kylo Ren himself, solidifying his position in the power hierarchy.
Careful, Ren, that your personal interests not interfere with orders from Leader Snoke.
The Last Jedi is similar in many ways, continuing his ambitious journey, and even if he fails at the start of the movie, you never question his loyalty to this supremacy he helped create. And that's important to remember, because it's a vital reason to why Agent Kallus' slow change of perspective feels different. It begins as early as in episode 4 of season 2, when he and his small team gets left alone, stranded on a planet in the Outer Rim, depicting the harsh treatment the Empire could give you. These kind of small but effective details then culminates into episode 17, called The Honorable Ones, where Kallus becomes entangled into a helpless situation with his sworn enemy.
What the Empire did on the Sun, I'll never forget it. We all have things we won't forget.
This is one of my favorite episodes of Rebels because of how it managed to add so much depth to both characters, in a way illustrating that anyone could get thrown into either side of war, emphasizing the fundamental humanity that persists despite the twisted nature of conflicts.
You can't judge all assaults as the same. Does that sentiment apply to Imperials?
Ultimately, this interaction didn't just build on Kallus as a character, but began to change him by showcasing the extreme difference in camaraderie and humanity between the Empire and the Rebellion.
Your friends did find you. Like I said they would. You know, we will treat you fairly. I'll take my chances for the Empire.
Shifting back to Hux, I find it rather absurd that his abrupt change is primarily motivated by his disagreement with Kylo.
Why are you helping us?
I don't care if you win. I need Kylo Ren to lose.
Just like most decisions in Rise of Skywalker, this one feels forced, throwing away any kind of potential this villain had left for the sole purpose of comedic relief.
Tell him we found our spy.
It's hard to believe that someone completely devoted to a cause would forsake it for a personal vendetta, especially when success was within reach. The writers make it seem like there are only two possible options here, that life is either black or white, when in reality there are other paths in life. If, for instance, Hux had attempted a clever plot to eliminate Kylo and assume his position, I would have found it more believable and consistent with his established character. Instead, he became another victim to Star Wars' never-ending cycle of unfinished and wasted story arcs, something that can't be said with Agent Kallus.
This is Fulcrum with an urgent message.
Just as Hux, Kallus begins acting as a spy for the opposite side. The difference, however, has to do with that his actions are motivated by what he has experienced. I like that it takes until the season 3 finale for him to actually change side, that he slowly begins to hurt the Empire from within instead of running for the next exit, and that it in the beginning is an act of morality towards Seb, who helped him stay alive.
Why should we trust you?
Tell Garazeb Aurelius we're even.
Kallus doesn't embark on a grand plan to join the rebellion. Rather, his deeds reflect a genuine struggle with uncertainty and a commitment to doing what he perceives as right. This approach adds a realistic and authentic layer to his character, making his eventual real turn at the end of the season feel satisfying, rather than being dismissed as a mere joke.
You have the heart of a rebel.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Certainly, the development of character arcs is often more effective in a series compared to a limited set of movies. Yet I think it's a great example to compare these two characters and how the writers wanted to do something similar with both of them, but that it turned out completely different. We have seen so many characters go through the same story of ditching the Empire for the rebellion, and it does get repetitive very quickly if you don't motivate the character's choices by giving the person a real challenge. General Hux should, in my opinion, never had been given such a story in the first place, and I find it very hard to believe that this was the predetermined plan for him. Here is another video of a character from the sequel trilogy that could have been written better. Click on it to learn more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll have a great day.